Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Cole Zanetti. I'm a family medicine and preventive medicine physician now working in Denver, Colorado, in the United States. Monique asked me to share what my experience was like working as a positive deviance facilitator when I was working with a complex diabetic community. During that time, I learned that being a facilitator is a lot like playing in a jazz session where you're just jamming out. You're basically a part of a group, and your job is to listen for those moments where you can play your part. And my part was very much one of reflective questions and allowing for moments of silence for people to speak up. My responsibility was to create a safe environment where it was very clear that the community members themselves were the ones in charge and the ones that were to seek clarity in the problems that they faced and seek each other's wisdom to try to overcome those problems. That also was a space where people were able to organize and to figure out what next action steps were necessary to create change in themselves, in our clinic, and within our community. The greatest part of this was realizing, as both a physician and as a community member, how much I don't know. There's so much that is learned when a space like that is created. There is information that is shared because you're able to generate trust and honesty within that space. You have to shed and let go of that expert model. I've been taught for an entire career that I'm supposed to solve problems. And the real problem with that is that it assumes that I have the answers or that I could look them up in an abstract setting, such as randomized clinical trials or a textbook. But in reality, it's much more complex than that. And those problems are much more nuanced and specific to those cultural circumstances that people face day in and day out. And we're not taught that. Once I was able to acknowledge that, it became my mission to learn from those around me. You have to be able to walk into the room and realize that you are not the expert and you're there to learn. And what it takes for you to learn is to listen. In jazz, there isn't one person playing the whole time. You have to wait for your turn. And it's an important one. I appreciate the opportunity to share my experience and look forward to hearing more about all the great stuff going on around the world. Thanks.